Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Rogue Trooper. My name is Jay, and as you can see, things are very, very different. Well, Bagman has become a strange medic-like creature. Helm, well, he's still Helm, and Gunnar is embedded in this little thing. There's also a lot of GUI differences, and yeah, generally the game has changed one heck of a lot. Let's go to the Petrified Forest now. I know it says it's the Major's quarters, but stick with me here. Now, the Eternia Crystal is a Souther power source, and it's very important that we defend that from rampaging Nort genetic infantrymen. Yep, the Norts have been working on genetic infantrymen all this time, and now we get to see them. You can see, thanks to the GUI changes, that there are currently 3 different varieties: big guys, snipers, and just general little guys who get mowed down like flies. So let's just set up our basic defenses. Thankfully, due to those doors, we can let them in for ambushes whenever, and these GIs aren't very smart, so we should be fine. Okay, we're going to keep this going till wave 6, I believe. As you can see, the defenses really help, and Bagman is already providing healing, which is always a good thing. Now, one thing we want to do is set some ranged up here. In the hardest mode of this mission, you can't actually repair or build new defenses. Alright, and let's set up. A complicated Souther trap. Let's see how well that does. As you can see, it takes time to warm up, but those Norts really are very stupid. And we have no problem with this particular wave of them. They just keep coming in this level, and you can skip this level. It's not necessary to play. Now, let's improve our defenses a little bit. Set up some different things. Use a few of these salvage crates. You don't have to use salvage crates, but it helps. And I tend to use them. Alright, now this just won't cut it. It's just not doing enough damage. There we go. Now, in preparation for what I know is going to be coming, I'm going to be setting up some defenses that may not make much sense to you, but believe you me, they are important. Right, there we go. Set one up there. Set one up there. We got just enough for 2 more, so we'll set one up here. And we'll set one here. This will have the bonus of covering some of the side, and indeed most of the middle. But we'll see that now in a second. Ah, okay, that wasn't triggered. Nope, that one was. I didn't place that one just right, but it's okay. We'll work around it. it's not entirely necessary at this stage. You can actually sell that one. There we go. There we go, that should work. And then to get ready for the next wave, we'll put one here and one here. Those noughts, by the way, they do take a little time to spawn the next wave. And we might as well get some upgrading in while we can. Okay. Now this next wave of noughts should involve the mutated flyers, which look like heraldic beasts, specifically wyverns. These defenses, by the way, should hold everything. Now, notice that extra icon there. That's another new Nought GI. That's the Suicide Troopers. We want to watch out for those because they can seriously damage the defenses. And if our power source goes down, well, the South is screwed and we get an automatic game over. We don't want that. So, let's improve our situation as best we can before the next load of noughts. Right, we've already upgraded that, so we should be able. Good, good, we've upgraded those, so let's upgrade the outer ones so we have a better chance of destroying. Yeah, there we go. Now we should be able to see, there it is, the wyvern, and it won't get very far. It shouldn't anyway. I don't see any Nought Suicide Troops yet. And if we look at Helm's tactical display, nope, no Nought Suicide Troops. Not this time. We can attack them, but this, as we'll see, is only for desperate situations. Okay. That's pretty fine. That's good. Bagman will be keeping us safe. And we can upgrade some of these defenses. Let's upgrade these. And there's a Suicide Troop. I'm really glad we upgraded this one, because Suicide Troops, they set themselves alight, and if you give them time to do that, they will damage your defenses. Okay. Oh, one of the snipers has spotted us. Luckily, their projectiles are pretty slow, and they go down like nobody's business. Okay, should be able to upgrade a few more defenses. We want these main areas sorted because the wyvern mods, they're not much threat. They really are. Later on they might become a threat in greater numbers, but until then they're not our highest priority. Okay. Let's upgrade that central one, mainly because these are going to be distracted. So let's open up all these salvage crates. As I mentioned, they're not necessary, but they help. So those noughts, they think that numbers will help over substance. Now, do we have any upgrades available here? No. This is where we would normally upgrade things, might as well show it off. Here's Rogue Stats and Bagman. Bagman is not yet ready for an upgrade. Nor, well, Gunner, we could get an upgrade for Gunner, but Gunner's upgrades are expensive at this late point in the game. We really don't want that. Oh, hey. We could actually upgrade one more thing. So let's do that. I'm sorry about this. Normally my salvage gathering is a lot more efficient, you guys know that, but I'm not quite got my game face on today. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick around until we see what should be the final unit for this area. The ogre tank. Biological tank, that is. It's a pretty nasty piece of work, and it's why we're going to be mainly upgrading these defenses here. As soon as we get the salvage. Salvage is very unruly in this level. It really doesn't go where you want it to go, which is you. And so collecting the salvage is a bit of a bitch. Okay. Right, we've almost got enough for an upgrade, and that sniper will hit us if we push our luck, so let's not! Oh, tell me you upgraded the right one. I don't know what we upgraded, but that was not the right defense. We're really gonna need to get our defenses up in time. Oh no! No. I mean, I know these waves aren't a problem, but we really want these middle defenses up. You'll notice we can still place down more defenses, and we will when the time comes when we feel it's necessary, but for now it really isn't. The only defenses we need to concentrate on are here. Now, salvage will disappear if there's an overflow of it, so we really need to be careful. Luckily, Rogue's weapon, powered by Gunnar, obviously, is fairly tough. Now, we should be able to concentrate on the sides now. We've got our core defenses ready. Oh, and yeah, occasionally we get little problems. Okay. Like I said, this wave is not really very threatening. We'll see more threatening waves later. We've got more than enough to upgrade all our defenses, and the last two will be wyverns. Woo. They don't ever get close. Not even in huge numbers. Once again, the absolute last thing we're going to upgrade are these towers here, because they only cover wyverns. And wyverns, well, they're not really a threat until much later. Remember, prioritize your enemies. Now, yes, we do have the new enemy type. This will be the last wave I show off before I call it a day and go on to the next level. So we'll see if we can upgrade one more defense tower, and then we'll show off that latest enemy, who is a real threat. It's the closest thing the game has to a boss, and it only gets worse as the game progresses. We do not have enough for another defense. Oh well, we're going to have to cope. Now, we're going to keep an eye on here. Now, notice, more wyverns, but that's how little of a threat they are. These guys are a moderate threat, but as you can see, we just murder them left, right, and centre. Those little guys, they're not a threat at all. The only threat they represent is in their numbers, and there is a reason that we're still collecting salvage. Firstly, we'll want to upgrade that slicer tower as quickly as possible. And secondly, you may notice we have a special ability. That's the one hotkeyed at 3. And that one costs salvage to use. Might as well kill him. And see if we can get away with doing this, because we can run round and pick up all that lovely salvage. No ogre yet. We could be safer than I thought we were. Either that or it's turned up and already died, which is unlikely, because usually the game warns you. And yeah. Enough said about those, really. Right, we should have just enough. No, we don't. Here he is, the ogre. Now notice that he has a stupid number of health points, and we cannot survive prolonged combat with him. So what we're going to do is we're going to whittle him down a bit. Oh, actually we might be able to. Yep, we can take him down. We can take him down before we die. Oh, no we can't, no we can't, no we can't. Luckily, hopefully our defenses should be able to help. Ow. Yeah, he's gonna go down. So yeah, that's the Petrified Forest, and still no upgrades. How disappointing. Oh well, yeah, that was the Petrified Forest with Rogue Trooper, and I hope you all have a happy April Fools. Take care all.